The Adventures of Man Sponge and Boy Patrick and Goodness Man Ray. Chapter 2: Great Wall of Gadgets. Barnacle Boy led SpongeBob and Patrick deeper into the shadowy cave. Mermaid Man, who had fallen asleep standing by the front door, suddenly awoke and cried out, "Evil!" As they walked past dripping stalactites and lumpy stalagmites, SpongeBob saw strange glowing computers and bizarre crime-fighting contraptions. He was so excited he could barely bring himself to concentrate on what Barnacle Boy was saying. "Now, we want you boys to keep an eye on the place," Barnacle Boy explained. "Water the plants, and make sure..." "Oh my goodness, Boy Patrick!" SpongeBob exclaimed, stopping in his tracks and gaping at the amazing devices hanging in front of him. "This is the greatest wall of superhero secret gadgetry ever!" It was a wall covered in weird tools and appliances. SpongeBob couldn't wait to get his hands on the astonishing objects he'd heard about in Mermaid Man's adventures. "I'm gonna play with the Cosmic Ray!" he sang out. "I get the Aqua Glove!" Patrick called. They rushed toward the wall of gadgets, but Mermaid Man leaped in front of them, blocking the way. "Hold on there, boys!" he cried. "You cannot play with the stuff!" SpongeBob backed off, but turned toward a white ball on top of a brass pole. "What about the Orb of Confusion?" he asked, flipping its switch from off to on. Odd waves passed through the air, like ripples spreading from a rock thrown in water. SpongeBob immediately felt very confused. He stuck out his tongue and rolled his eyes. Mermaid Man quickly turned off the orb. "No!" he gasped. "Prolonged exposure to the Orb of Confusion will give you, confusion!" SpongeBob snapped out of his state of confusion and grinned. "Of course," he said. "I remember the Orb of Confusion from one of your greatest adventures when you captured Man Ray." "How did that one go?" asked Mermaid Man, scratching his head. Patrick spoke up. "Man Ray was a bad guy and you wanted to stop the bad guy, so you stopped him." Patrick was proud of his splendid retelling of the story. "Doesn't ring a bell," murmured Mermaid Man. SpongeBob pointed to the Orb of Confusion, but didn't touch it this time. "You put the Orb of Confusion right outside the vault in the First Nautical Bank, and you tricked Man Ray into thinking he had to flip the orb switch to get into the vault and steal all of the money." Patrick interrupted. "Were Man Sponge and Boy Patrick there to help?" "Of course," SpongeBob answered. "They helped lure Man Ray into the trap." Barnacle Boy shook his head. "I don't remember that part." "Then what happened in the story, Mommy?" Mermaid Man asked, a little confused. "With the help of Man Sponge and Boy Patrick, you captured the evil Man Ray," SpongeBob said. Patrick clapped his hands. "Good story! Again! Again!" Barnacle Boy picked up his suitcase and headed for the door. "We don't have time for any more stories. Remember, don't touch anything, especially the invisible boatmobile." Mermaid Man followed his sidekick. Up and away! He waddled out of the Mermalair carrying his luggage. SpongeBob turned to Patrick, vibrating with excitement. "Just think, Boy Patrick," he said. "Now we're in charge." Stay tuned for Chapter 3, coming up soon.